Hurricane Idalia resurrects Biden-DeSantis rivalry. Show title hide title Hurricane Idalia descends as 3. Causing catastrophic damage. Hurricane Idalia has reached Florida's Big Bend as Category 3 but has been downgraded to 1. Ariana Triggs. USA Today. Washington. As Hurricane Idalia hit Florida's Gulf coastline as a Category 3 tropical hurricane Wednesday morning, Governor Ron DeSantis and President Joe Biden face new tests to show leadership during the historic storm and prove once again that they can work together despite their rivalries. DeSantis left the Republican primary campaign in Iowa to return to Tallahassee over the weekend. While running for White House, Governor set out to show that he could run state during a crisis. Though he lagged far behind frontrunner Donald Trump, Biden faced another natural disaster after his response to the deadly wildfires in Hawaii earlier this month was criticized by Republican critics, including DeSantis, as slow, deaf, and insensitive. Each has a lot to gain from being responsible in the eyes of the electorate. And if the situation turns into a fight, they have a lot to lose. For any political leader occupying a managerial position, these are events that are critical to displaying the symbolism of government doing its job in an emergency, said Joshua Scacco, associate professor of political communications at the University South Florida. Damage assessment begins. Hurricane Idalia, the most severe hurricane to hit Florida's Big Bend region in more than a century, caused storm surges of 15 feet, winds of up to 195 miles per hour, rapidly crossing Florida and Georgia heading for the East Coast. Hurricane Idalia, the most severe hurricane to hit Florida's Big Bend region in more than a century, caused storm surges of 15 feet, winds of up to 195 miles per hour, quickly crossed Florida, Georgia, headed for the East Coast. Ready to act. In a speech from the White House Roosevelt Room, Biden said he spoke on the phone with DeSantis and other governors en route to Hurricane Idalia. Speaking from White House Roosevelt Room, Biden said he spoke on the phone with DeSantis and other governors along route of Hurricane Idalia. FEMA director heads to Florida. Federal Emergency Management Agency Director Deanne Criswell will meet with DeSantis and do a damage tour of Florida on Thursday. Criswell said more than 1,500 federal response teams are on the ground, including 500 urban search and rescue personnel. The governor stated that all his needs are now being met, Criswell said of DeSantis. The governor stated that all his needs are now being met, said Deanne Criswell, director of the Federal Emergency Management Agency. Rescue efforts are underway. DeSantis has held multiple briefings to reassure Floridans that his administration is prepared for immediate storm and long-term hurricane recovery. DeSantis held multiple briefings to reassure Florida residents that his administration was prepared for immediate storm and